Hello.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
I'm
everybody.
Diane.
I'm Sandra.
We are filming our first official version of Dragonfly. And you're probably wondering, okay, what is this channel going to be about? Well, we've been putting a lot of thought into this. And what we have come up with is that we have talked to some really interesting people over time, and everybody has a story. And some of them are just too beautiful not to share. So, as an audience, we would like you to get involved. And if you feel like sharing your story with us on our channel, we would love to hear it. Some of them are inspiring, some of them are sad, some of them have beautiful endings, some of them don't. But everybody has one, and we figured that probably everyone would be able to relate to somebody else's story and maybe not quite feel so alone in this world.
Exactly.
Don't you think so?
Yes, I think so. I think we're going to learn a lot about.
Absolutely.
I think we're learning a lot about ourselves.
Yeah.
And we'll learn about you if you let us be part of your day. And really, why do we have the name Dragonfly, Diane?
Well, Dragonfly just keeps coming up in my mind for some reason. I kept telling Sandra, I just keep seeing a dragonfly. And so I kind of looked up the story of a dragonfly, and it's born in the water.
Yes.
So there's mud and muck and all this stuff that this little baby and a young adult has to come through in order to get to the surface to be able to fly.
But not all of them are born in the water, or they're all.
They are all born in the water, but not necessarily as mucky of water.
Okay.
Some of them have an easier time getting out of that muck, and some of them don't. Which kind of makes us feel like, kind of like that's kind of how humans are.
Yeah.
Some of us are born into circumstances that are beyond our control. It's just, we can't predict who our parents will be or where we'll grow up or anything like that. But somehow, some way, there's always a way to the top.
Yeah.
It just depends what you want to do with it once you get to the top. So
Exactly.
We also have some acronyms for Dragonfly, which we thought kind of fit into what Dragonfly kind of meant to us.
Yes.
The D was for dream. I mean, we all have dreams. We want to, we want this, or we want this for our children, or for ourselves, or our parents, or, or we want to travel, or everybody has dreams, and you can make your dreams a reality. Sandy, on the other hand, she takes it literally, and she's an actual dreamer. I mean, she goes into some deep dreams. And they're kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think dreams can be taken in so many different ways too.
Absolutely.
We don't need. It's not always an open book and a story. From it, dreams can be interpreted in many different ways, and I think it's kind of neat and interesting. I know that when I dream something, I call you up and tell you what my dream what my dream is the night before or the morning before. Usually I dream in the morning. But I lead such a busy life, and family, kids, grandkids, husband, that a lot of times during the day I don't have time to, whether it's meditate or just sit and kind of reminisce about my dreams. So I think that's why I get my dreams in my sleeping hours, my unconscious hours, I should say. But yeah, I love to dream.
She does. I, on the other hand,
dream during the day.
Yeah, I'm a daydreamer. High five, sister. Okay. Anyway, the R was to realize.
Yeah.
We want you to realize how special you are, and we want you to realize how much potential you have, and realize how you as one person or us as two people can change the world just by being kind and showing a little compassion and love to each other, and learning about people's stories so that maybe what you think you see isn't always what's underneath the surface, kind of like the dragonfly. You just don't know what that person may have been through or gone through to make them who they are today.
Absolutely.
So we really hope that if this channel does nothing else, it helps you to realize the potential in other people and in yourself, and your ability to just love and love each other and be kind to one another.
Yes.
Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I love the realize your potential, because I think so many of us get to an age and we say to ourselves, what's my purpose? Why did I why did I experience all those things in my life, whether good or bad? And then you wake up and you say, what am I supposed to do here? And I think at our age, we're young, but
I just had a birthday yesterday, by the way. Hello.
Happy birthday.
Oh, and today is St. Patrick's Day, so if you're just viewing this, it's St. Patrick's Day, so I wore green. She didn't.
No.
But happy St. Patrick's Day to those of you who are celebrating today.
But just realizing who you are, and realizing your dreams.
Absolutely. I mean, we all have them, right? I mean, you start dreaming when you're a little kid. Little girls dream of their big weddings, and boys want to be football players or rock stars, or we all have dreams. We dream our whole life. So just realize you have the potential to do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
So
Awaken?
Dragon. Yeah, no. It would be an A. Awaken. All kinds of awakenings. I mean, there's spiritual awakenings, which is something that I personally have just recently gone through, and Sandra as well. There's just awakening in the morning and being grateful for the day. There's awakenings to like a beautiful idea that just came to you. There's all kinds of awakenings. And it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So we'll share what throughout this journey, different stories and things that have happened to us along the way. And we would love to hear yours. We would love to hear what awakening means to you. Yes. Then we also have the G. This is a big one, don't you think, Sandra?
I think it's what started it all for us.
You say what it is.
Oh, just the gratitude. Gratitude for just the smallest things. Waking up in the morning.
Absolutely.
Gratitude to have food in your belly. Gratitude to have a roof over your head. Gratitude for health. If there was one thing my mom always told me, was to always be grateful for your health. And I don't take that lightly. Cancer has struck our family and struck it too many times, as well as I know many of you, maybe yourself, your families, and being grateful for every single day that we're alive and that we're breathing and we are, enjoying each other's company. And,
absolutely.
I now have a gratitude book that I write in every day, just even if it's walking out the door as I'm trying to get to work, scribbling something down. Thank you for allowing me to have a car to drive to work. And that it could be as simple as that.
Absolutely. Because those days where you're just like, oh my gosh, everything has gone wrong, but I guarantee that you can think of at least one thing that you're grateful for that day, whether it was lunch, whether it was getting to work safely, whether it was, maybe you left late, but you missed an accident by 5 minutes. Whether it was that the sun was shining today, which, we all miss that, especially in the winters around here. It's kind of gray. So when we get a sunny day, we're like, so I promise you that if you did start a gratitude book, you'd have at least one, but probably a lot more than that to be grateful for at the end of the day.
Yes. And I think it's just getting on the roll, getting that started, and before long, the gratitudes will pile up. I mean, and your blessings will pile up.
Mm-hmm.
Your gifts will pile up, and you will be amazed.
Absolutely.
Amazed.
Absolutely. It's a life changer. That's all I got to say.
Mhm.
So we'll get more into that as well. The O is oneness. There's so many ways to go with this too. Oneness is, we're all human people walking on the face of this earth. We all have lives. We all have stories. We all were created to be here to do some kind of something, right? So, the closer that you get to people and the more that you realize that we're really all here for a reason, for a purpose, to help each other, to be one community, one world, one, there's so much hate and so much bad things all the time that on this channel, we just want to show that, there are good people out there. There are people who are struggling and they're coming out of it. And there are people like us who are sending them out good vibes, or to anyone who needs it. We're there for you. We want to be one with you, with our subscribers, with our families, with our friends.
Yes. And that reminds me of a book that I read, Anita Marjani, and she talked about how we're just a tapestry of life, and I've heard that from many other authors, but how we intertwine, and we're just kind of we are all part of one universe, and
absolutely,
it's just beautiful.
It is. It's just, it's amazing. I mean, do you ever just I don't know, like you're somewhere and you run into somebody, and then later on in life, like you see that person again and you're like, I wonder why that person keeps crossing my path.
Yes.
Well, there's a oneness with us. There's a reason. So N, nurture yourself. Nurture each other. Take care of each other. Nurture to me just means take care of you, take care of your loved ones, take care of other people when you can, take care of the nature, take care of sometimes we went up to a place north of here, along the interstate. There was so much garbage, it almost made me cry. And I'm thinking, we've got this beautiful world with this green grass and flowers and things like that growing, and trees, and the whole side of the freeway was all garbage. And it's like we just don't take care of not only ourselves and our families, but the earth. I mean, to me that's a pretty big gift we got, because it's so beautiful. If you ever get out there and see some things, there are some really beautiful places.
Yes, we do.
And they're breathtaking.
Yeah. I think one way that I nurture with my busy life is to go to bowls. And you want to tell them a little bit about bowls, Diane?
Well, bowls has changed my life. It's beautiful. I don't know if you know what they are, and at some point we're going to show you a video of what bowls actually is, but it's a sound frequency that you listen to, that someone is playing bowls, crystal bowls, and you meditate, and you go, just relax and become, one with yourself, and just be still. It's hard to sometimes just be still for a moment. A lot of things, so many wonderful things have come from me attending bowl sessions on Sundays, with which Sandra's daughter and her friend Becca happen to do this every Sunday for us, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
It's a great experience. If anyone, some of you may know what bowls are, the crystal bowls that they've been around for years and years, but it's just something that my daughter and her friend decided to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how Diane and I really kind of bonded again.
Yeah, after 40 years.
After 40 years of not seeing each other, hardly talking to each other. We were high school friends. And then, our lives went separate ways, and oh my goodness, do we have stories to tell you? But we'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get to the stories. But yeah, just we found a way that we can really nurture ourselves by and taking care of ourselves with our busy lives. And I think that's what we're trying to get across, is to find those ways to nurture yourself and take care of you.
Because, and if any of you out there are bowls players, or you go to bowls, or you know more than we do about bowls,
I'm sure you do.
Please comment below. Let us know, because a lot of this is us sharing our information with you, and we hope that you share with us too, because I know there's a whole bunch of things that I don't know, and I just think that you guys are going to help us as much as hopefully we help you too.
I think so too.
Really looking forward to this. Really.
We're open to suggestions. We're open to hearing what your gifts, because we know you have them, and maybe you're afraid to show them. Maybe you're afraid to share. Yeah. I know for Diane and myself, we were afraid to share for a long time, and I think this channel is going to give us a chance to share.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, this is a safe space. Let's just say that. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. I mean, and if you don't want to say who you are or what your name is, we're okay with that too. Yeah. Maybe you just need to say it. Sometimes you just need to speak your truth, which is my word of the year, by the way, truth. That's what I've decided to live in my truth this year.
Yep.
Anyway, so F is fearless. Whoo, this is a hard one, sister.
Whoo, yeah.
Hard.
Take a breath.
Fear, moving that fear aside, not being afraid, just taking those jumps and leaps of faith. I mean, they are so scary. Yeah. And we completely understand that. Yeah. I mean, just starting this channel, it's a little scary. It's a little intimidating. It's a little, but it's something that, I don't know, we've been talking about and we really wanted to do, and we wanted to show people that you can be fearless. Just jump. Yes. If it's something you really want to do, don't be afraid. I mean, we may get some negative comments. Yeah, we may, people may not like our channel, and that's fine. But you know what we're hoping is that there's more of you that will love it than not. So we're still going to love everybody the same if you like it or you don't. But
absolutely.
Just be fearless. Just live your life and don't be afraid. I mean, you can do it. If we can do this, you can do it.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to say about fear?
Just, there was a lot of it. That's for sure. A lot of fear. But maybe not necessarily for the channel as much as the everyday life that we live in. And, the routine of leaving your parents' home. Maybe there was fear in your parents' home. Leaving home, getting married, having children, caring for those children, providing for those children, the struggle, and just getting a career, working for a company, whether it's large corporate or whether it's
starting your own business.
Starting
How fearful
a business.
Is that?
Oh, there's so many fears. Oh, so many fears.
Absolutely.
And I mean that could go on and on and on. But we don't want to get stuck too much on our fears. We want to find the joy.
You to be fearless.
Fearless. Yes.
So that's really the word for our F on fly is fearless. So if we can all get to that point, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to become spectacular together. Yeah. So, The L, oh, the big L.
Mm,
Love.
yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
It makes the world go round, right?
Yeah.
It sounds so cliche and so, but you know what? I mean, love, everybody needs love. I mean, without it, they've have studies where babies have died without love, without touch, without, I mean, we all need love. And if you're somebody that's out there that doesn't feel loved, know that we love you. And if you need us, or you want to talk, or you want to just send us an email, whatever you want to do, we'll reach back out. We'll let you know that we're here. We love you.
Yeah. And we can talk. We can video chat. We can do,
sure,
a Zoom call. We'd love to hear from you. We just know that we're ready to spread the love, and that's what this is about: spreading love.
Absolutely. If you do everything that you possibly can to live your life and do the things that you do through your heart, through love, it's gonna change everything for you. If it comes from the heart and it's true, it'll be beautiful. But again, we love you. We want you to know, if you don't feel that you're loved, that you are, and we're here. So hang with us. Keep coming back to the channel. And we're going to show you what love is all about, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there a song like that or something?
I'm
I
sure
want to know
is.
what love is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sing it.
Tina Turner? No, I'm not a singer.
I want to know what love is. I want you to show me.
I don't know.
Who is that?
That's awful. We're the 80s girls. We know this stuff.
Who sings that? Leave it to me. You'll come to find out. We
love to goof, and we love to laugh, and I think that's what brought us together as friends at 14. 14
Ladies
years old.
and gentlemen, the stories I could tell you about her
and her. Yeah, but we had the best time. Biology. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a biology class.
It was biology.
Yeah.
I think it was my freshman, her sophomore year. Yeah. But you know what? We're going to go there. We're going to go down these roads. We're going to hear your stories. We're going to see if a lot of you are like, have the same similarities as synchronicities, whatever, as we do, because sometimes it's insane.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange. We don't want anyone to to think we've made anything up, because we are so authentic here. Yeah, we're it's 100%
absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we are on the last one, which is the why, and it's for you.
Yes.
Put yourself first. I know that's hard to do. It's hard for this one. It's hard for me sometimes. As life goes on, you've got, a husband, you've got kids, you've got work, you've got friends, you have all this stuff that you have to do. And if you could just even take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, for you every day, it will help. But just remember that you are important, and you're obviously, if you're that busy, you're important to a lot of people. So we want you to take care of you. We want you to live your best life. If you're doing well, then it's just going to spread to all those around you. And that's kind of where we're at. Like, if we're good, then anybody that comes in contact with us is going to be good too, because we're going to make sure of it.
We're going to make sure that you are important, and what you are, and you feel important, and we want to spread that love. And Dragonfly is all about that. Spreading love, find happiness, find your purpose, and all those.
Come up out of that muck, like the dragonfly. Come up out of that muck that maybe is just kind of weighing your life down, and spread your wings and fly, baby, fly. Because there's such a beautiful life out there if you really want it. And I know that there are hard times. Boy, do we know. The struggles that everyone goes through. And again, if you're willing to share your story with us, we would love to hear those stories, just because maybe it would help us, or maybe it would help another viewer of the channel that maybe has gone through the same thing or is now going through something that you've already been through. So this really is going to be like a interactive channel. You know, it's not just going to be a me and Sandy.
Oh no.
We want it to be interactive with you guys. We want to know. I mean, I am super interested